No way Gwynny's going to EXP. There's the Basha, though.
I mean, you never know anymore. I seen a Barath go EXP one time. So again, we're in the playoffs though.
We're in the playoffs, baby.
We're in the playoffs. I do like the Basha pick. Again, has that built-in anti-heal to counter a little bit of that sustainability that the Guinevere and the Minnow will bring to the playing field. So a great response to Fireflux's build right now.
Most definitely. Now, last two picks got to come from Fireflux here. They still need a mid laner. They still need an EXP laner. For the mid, Novaria's not open. No Nana. They could go. We've seen him play the Aurora before, but no, we're going to put Rosa on the signature pick, the Lilia. I mean, with a Minotaur in front of it, I like it. But not only that, we're looking at the Dairoth as well. Very aggressive. This time, Fireflux is leaning into a very early game composition here. I mean, they got to bring the smoke off rip with a composition like this.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. Does the, again, do they send Dairoth or jungle, or do they send Gwen jungle? You know, again, you're saying no EXP Gwen. No EXP Gwen, but do they get spicy? I mean, this is the time that they could play risky. It's match point, but Blacklist International picking up the Rafaela. Again, this is, what they utilize to beat Fireflux. So we'll see if that's the winning condition here going into game 2.
Yeah, so that means Edward and EXP with the Ruby, which I think if it will pair up pretty well, honestly, against either one of them, against the Guinevere or the Dairoth. A lot of that's going to come against the Dairoth. A lot of it's going to come down to timing, who uses their skills first, things like that. But I think it's a decent answer to that. If the Dairoth gets an early kill, if he's able to...
I mean, again, if they could take Blacklist International out of this tournament, it would be a huge upset. So we'll have to see, as Fireflux definitely applying that pressure, and they are becoming... Like, they're just... Rosa's powering up at this point, right, Trex?
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what Rosa wants to be doing. This is what Rosa always does in the Lilia. I mean, and then you have a Minotaur in front of you to give you heal, give you more speed, and just be that wall that Lilia needs. Used to see it in the past a lot with the, it would be Lilia and Lolita, because you have the first level stun, you have the shield, and you would just see the Lilia behind the Lolita walking around causing mayhem, and it's very similar to that on what we're seeing here. But once again, Haji up in the gold lane, babysitting Oheb, and that means Apex 47 has to do something similar.
Yeah, and kind of looking at maybe some of the win conditions that we're looking at here. Now, it looks like Blacklist International wants to be, they want to be the physical embodiment of speed. They have the Raph, they have the Baxia, they have everything they need to be embodiment of speed. I'm telling you, Phygital. The physical and digital combination coming in to the games of the future here. If they can do that, I think that's their win condition. Be fast, be aggressive, take your plays where you can. Now, from the side of Fireflux, they could just play the same game that they did last time. Again, they're up. They have the advantage to play how they would like to. So, kind of seeing some of these turtle takes, their decisions are going to be the key aspects here for... Look, I mean, we can already see that they're attempting to try to control the river right now.
Got to watch out for Yue, though. And it does look... Oh, Melina Blitz does land on Alien, but Alien has made him waste that ultimate. Tienzi still has the Violent Requiem. Does look like Blacklist might back out of this one. Edward sitting in the bush, but has not hit level 4 yet, so no big I'm offended play. They're going to trade up. Tienzi able to get the first turtle.
Yeah, they did take the first turtle. I was actually suspecting a little bit of a response via maybe one of the lanes, you know, take some gold plating if you can't take a turtle. Secure something if you can't grab that turtle. And I feel like the team knew that they wouldn't be able to. Now, kind of getting into some of the fights here. At some point, we'll probably start to see some items, and level 4s are being built on everybody's sides. What are our jungles looking like? We got a 6 to a 5 right now. So Sensu on Abaxia he's embodying the speed right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to definitely move around the map very fast. He's a giant spinning wheel. You pair that up with Haji giving you a little boost here and there. It's definitely going to help. And overall, even gold, we're still looking at a stalemate. But there's the knock up. We're going to try to slow Sensui down here, but Fireflux knows they couldn't secure it completely. They're going to back off. Speedy Light Wheel does come out from Oheb. Oheb maybe looking for a shot onto Sunshine there, but Sunshine VMI's away. Fireflux still okay, holding a small lead, but now they're going to move on to Haji. Haji takes a little bit of damage. Out comes the Holy Baptism. Tienzi gets stunned. Ooh, Yue. Every time I see you get a stun, I'm worried, because you just know the damage that's going to come from that Melina Blitz.
Yeah, plus, I mean, you also got to think Rosa is doing an insane amount of damage right now. So I think it's both mages right now are just at like a battle of titans in the mid. And they're both really short too, so it's like short titans going at it in the mid lane.
Two little girls in the mid lane fist fighting right now.
That is what Fireflux and Blacklist International are doing, is that they're just duking it out. Now, the next turtle, both teams have everything available. So I feel like it might not be the make it or break it, but I want to see someone maybe bait like a tower if they can't secure the turtle. So we'll see what they envision here. But the top lane.
Oh, Oheb taken out 1v1. Sunshine gets the better of him. That's not something you see every day. Rosa also on the hunt against Yue. Sensui there. Apex 47 here to help out. Gonna get the knock up. Haji trying to come in, help out as well, but Sunshine's onto the back line. Fireflux controlling the map right now. Gonna cut the lanes off. They're gonna cut off Blacklist, and they're gonna try to take some towers.
Yeah, and you can kind of see what kind of happened up here. Again, it just happened to be honest, I felt like the Claw does have an advantage against a carry, and they're not able to babysit Oheb at this point. Fireflux is doing so well right now with them being 1-0. They got to keep this pressure. Don't get the tunnel vision. Rosa right now is kind of, you know, feeling herself.
This is the position you never want to be against Rosa on the Lilia. This is when Rosa's feeling herself, as you said, like this. Rosa will get in your face on this Lilia. There's confidence. And then, like I said, you pair it up with the Minotaur, you pair it up with the Ruby, and even in the bot side, Alien this time making the turnaround, getting the win. But there goes Oheb. It's 2-0 right now. Fireflux just all over the place. Every lane right now winning.
This is looking like game one against Blacklist International in the group stage. Hopefully, Fireflux learns from their mistakes there. They just need to keep this aggression up and not forget where they're at. Their aim is to take Blacklist International out of the playoffs.
Yeah, I think the question on my mind is do they kind of let their foot off the gas a little bit around 7-8 minutes? Because we saw the same thing from Blacklist International last game. They had about a 2K gold lead, and Fireflux was able to make the turnaround. I would not count Blacklist out. Up in the top, though, does not use the Violent Requiem, just gets a knock-up, just kind of pokes continuously. But back to what I was saying, Fireflux still needs to be careful here. Because Blacklist, what have they done in the past when their back's against the wall? They have made the turnaround happen. So as long as Fireflux kind of plays it safe, especially when 7, 8, 9 minute marks, because that's when Blacklist really normally finds their stride sometimes. They have that rubber band effect. It could be huge, but wait a second, big knock-up. Violent Requiem on to Sensui. Sensui goes down. Tien's able to pick up the kill. Edward might just be next. But they decide to back off. Fireflux not going to overstay their welcome. They're going to move on to the turtle.
I do like the response, though. Like, look at the top lane. We can see the turtle. They're going to take something.
It's a lot of damage on a Sunshine. Sunshine going to go down. He's not going to be able to do what he did in the past. He's not going to be able to just jump in like that. Oheb with the speedy light wheel is insane.
Yeah, I think it was paired with the Melina Blitz, too, if I'm not mistaken. No, they didn't utilize the Melina Blitz. So they're still saving it? Was it? No. They got me on the edge of the seat.
Oh, Sensui again. They're going to look for the kill, but the I'm offended lands. Alien takes too much damage. The Melina Blitz takes him out. Tienzi forced to back off. And this is what I meant. Blacklist International, do not give up easy. Fireflux maybe needs to let their foot off the gas a little bit.
Yeah, I think they are definitely putting the brakes down. Again, the Turtles don't seem to make a giant impact into the early stages of these games. The first Lord does. So Let's see how they respond as Blacklist is now taking advantage of every position they can. Again, I think that goes to show that Blacklist has more of the mid to late game team fight potential compared to Fireflux having that early stage potential. We're kind of looking at some of the items. We can see that Carry has the Golden Staff and the Corrosive, so looking pretty good. Gonna be fast, gonna be aggressive with it. Now, the same goes for Claude. He has the Demon Hunter, so he's gonna be piercing and taking apart the tanks of Blacklist International, so they got to be careful. Let's not get caught off guard here.
Yeah, Blacklist International going to make their way up to the top side. Try to take this tower before next big lord, even out the waves a little bit. Fireflux might just want to give it up, honestly. Rosa not able to defend it. We'll be able to drop a couple of glooms, though. Maybe clear out these waves. That's the long wave they need to be able to hold that one down, because that's such an important lane right there, the one opposite of the Lord. It's kind of how you control the map. But while that's happening, look at the bot side. Look at Sunshine tearing up the bot lane and now taking the purple most likely.
Yeah, and again, that's good secure of neutral objectives. That is something that Sensu will not have for a Lord take here. As you can see, he was able to take that blue, and they look like they're going to immediately just burn this Lord as fast as possible, and they can do it. This is huge for him.
Yeah, Sensui trying to make his way around the back. Is he going to be able to find the angle? Sunshine able to stop, but Sensui is there. They get the stun, the Nolan's Fury, the knock-up, and Sunshine finds Sensui. The Lord goes to TNZ. Two members of Blacklist have fallen, Edward and Sensui. Now Fireflux on the hunt once again. Blacklist knows maybe they don't want to take this. Oheb gets a couple speedy light wheel shots onto Sunshine, but it's still not enough. Sadly, the Lord comes out very quick. It might actually be a good thing for Fireflux. They're going to try to make quick work of this tier 3 in the mid side. They're moving down the mid as well. I like the replay, but I want to see the live game right now because they are pushing hard. Fireflux takes some Melina Blitz to the face, but they're still okay. I'm able to watch this little screen, so I'm still okay. Lord marching his way down the bot. Fireflux finally slowing it down.
Yeah, again, keep it at bay, because this is where Blacklist International was able to turn it around last time against Fireflux, is that they just need one quick play at the first Lord take, and then a team wipe can turn this into anybody's game. Now, Fireflux, let's see if they get tunnel vision once again and go for as much as they can. Rosa. Rosa.
No fear, Rosa. That's the new nickname right there.
Eyes on the prize.
I mean, with black shoes like that, you would do it too, man. You just walk up in a death and fly back, you know?
Hey, it is what it is. Big things that we're going to be looking at here, though, is that we do see Sunshine picking up the Wind of Nature. I feel like that's going to be huge into the next Lord fight, or even a take here. Now, this is something different, right? From the last game, Fireflux kept putting pressure on Blacklist International, and I think they're doing exactly what you said, Trex. They're putting the breakdown. They're holding their own, keeping the lanes at bay, and they're freezing. This is good. This is going to leave Blacklist International to make the decision. Do we stay in the base and turtle, or do we take our chances and, you know, brave the land of dawn?
Yeah, I think there's two big win conditions for Blacklist International here, right? They need Edward to either make a big I'm offended play, get the combo down, and then also we have Oheb. Oheb has taken 2 deaths, but his damage is still unreal when he hits the speedy light wheel. We've seen him shred down Sunshine. We've seen him shred down some of the others. And then lastly, I guess it's actually 3, Yue as well has not taken a single death, and we know how much damage that Melina Blitz can do. So positioning for these 3 players is going to be very key in these upcoming Lord fights. I think they need to look for angles, but they kind of want to group up. So it's like, who do we send away from Haji? Who do we send away from our healers? Sensui gonna lock down, Alien able to dash back. The Holy Baptism is wasted. Nice I'm offended, only lands on Apex 47. That's a lot of ultimates. And Sunshine still ready to go. Green dots on the side of Fireflux right now. All they've lost was the black shoes, and that's going to put them at an advantage here.
Yeah, and you can see TNZ taking care of that lane on the right side, which once again sets them up to possibly burn this Lord down. Or do they bait Blacklist into an engage?
Blacklist might have to go for this. Sensui gonna look for the angle once again, but Tienzi decides to go for someone else. The Holy Baptism comes down, but Edward's taken out. And now Fireflux collapsing onto Sensui. Sensui getting shredded low and taken out as well. It's 2 members down for Blacklist International, and Fireflux still stands strong with 5. This is going to be an easy lord for them as Rosa and the rest of the team zone away the 3 members of Blacklist. And you set it, Sunshine up in the top side, taking wave as well.
Yeah, and I mean, this is what it shows. I mean, the Minos Fury, the knockup by Tienzi, Blacklist just wasn't ready for it. It came quick and aggressive by Fireflux. And again, I love this. They're not getting tunnel vision this time around. They're living and learning in the Phygital games. And Blacklist International, though they have all 3 tier towers, I think that they can mount up a defense to stop this Lord. Again, that's what they're gonna have to do in order to get some breathing room and maybe decide on their choices a little bit better here.
Turkey, man, Fireflux. Wow, I mean, this could be it right here. Blacklist can defend. They have the ability to defend this Lord, but just the fact that so much is on the line, and this time Fireflux is taking this at a split approach. They're going into multiple towers at once, so there is no big set potential. Tienzi takes a lot of damage, though. Immortality does pop. The top tower does fall. Bottom tower as well. Lord still encroaching into the Blacklist domain. Fireflux looking for another angle. They got another wave coming down the mid. Do they just back off here? I think it's the safe approach. They're playing the distance. Gotta watch out. Edward does have another I'm Offended ready to go. Rosa into the backside. What is Rosa doing right now? Literally over the whole base. Finally, maybe going too deep. Pop the black shoes, but still able to walk away safely. Fireflux showing supremacy over the land of Dawn.
The tactics that we're seeing from Rosa at this point are so aggressive, and that's what a Lilia could do. I'm actually surprised Blacklist International didn't do something to punish Rosa, but Rosa having that Purify is, I think, key here, right? Now, Blacklist International, kind of building off of what you said earlier, Trex, is that I think Oheb, we're getting into the late game. It's going to be dangerous, right? 1 item away from a full build. And then we can already see that Nana's 2 items away. So the power spikes could be coming here soon for the side of Blacklist International. I just think they really have to keep their strides down. This next Lord is going to make it or break it.
Yeah, we're definitely starting to see the damage. Tienzi has to be very careful using that Violent Requiem, because if Tienzi does not land on Oheb, Oheb just shreds you down as you're sitting still with that ultimate. So as the game progresses, that ultimate becomes even more and more dangerous to use. Tienzi has to be careful, and the rest of the team has to have his back. Rosa gonna steal away this orange buff. I mean, I still can't get over Rosa just walking behind the tower, taking double tower shots from both sides. Just complete Chad. The gangster glasses came on. No worries, like a walk through the park. I thought Rosa was lagging for a second. I thought like the phone froze. I'm like, where are you going? Just all part of the plan. All part of the plan.
And I think that just goes to show Fireflux is trying to make Blacklist International make mistakes. If they would have went after Rosa, it would have split them apart once again and allowed the frontal force of Fireflux to apply that pressure into Blacklist. But we see an engage.
Sensui continues to hold the front line, and Sensui's able to do that, right? They're able to kind of do this hit and run method here because they have Haji who can heal them up. The rest of the team doesn't have to commit. What they're doing is you send Sensui up, you wait for everyone to collapse on a Sensui, and then Edward gets the big I'm offended. You saw Edward kind of creep up behind them and look for it, then notice, no, they're not all there. I'm going to back off. But now Fireflux does control the Lord Pit. Tienzi able to get the knockup, but Yue there. Tienzi takes a little bit too much damage, but there goes a huge Minoan's Fury. Members of Blacklist are getting low, but Fireflux not able to finish them off. Here comes Alien with the dash in. Rosa there as well. 3 members of Blacklist have fallen. Oheb is going to be next. It's nothing but Yue. He's done it before, but he's not going to be able to do it today. Fireflux clearing the waves. Sunshine walking onto the base. Turkey has risen to stardom. Fireflux International with the miracle, the upset of GOF. They're here to play.
My mind is